Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Contreras Vargas. Today I am going to talk a little about the timeline of some physical philosophers and science. This is career I want. We start on our timeline wide. Aristotle in the year 384 in 322 BC with the geocentric system. In adaptation to the theory of the five elements, I heard water and fire and ether. Explained why these elements at that time the phenomena that happened at that time. We continue with tales of militaries in the year 625 and 546 BC. These men conducted a study of water and changed to its different states such as solid, liquid and gaseous, and created electromagnetism. Then we continue with Nicholas Copernicus of the year 1413 to 1543. In Nicholas Copernicus, at this time, the scientific revolution began because Nicolaus Copernicus held the heliocentric theory, which is very different from the theory that came many years ago that Aristotle had proposed, which was the geocentric system, where affirmed that everything revolved around the Earth. Now Nicolaus Copernicus was not affirming that, but with this theory he was a model of a spherical universe, where the Earth, like the planets and the stars, revolved around the Sun, and thus eons started the scientific revolution. Then we continue with Galileo Galilei. From the year 1364 to 1630 was the creator of the microscope, improved the telescope, and formulated the first law of motion. We continue with Johannes Kepler from 1571 to 1631 that Kepler made the laws to mathematically describe the movement of the planets in their orbits around the Sun, that is to say, what we know today the laws on the movement of the planets. We continue to understand Descartes from 1596 to 1650. He was the creator of mechanics and also the creator of the law of refraction, also known as Descartes' law. We continue with Blaise Pascal in the year from 1723 to 1662. This Blaise Pascal is we can know for creating the principal Pascal principle, but in Paris mainly he was the one who made his contributions about fluid students, and especially in terms of the concepts of pressure and vacuum. Then we meet Robert Boyle In the year 1627,691 will Robert Boyle, thanks to Robert Hawking, I can carry out experiments and establish the laws and physical characteristics of the hair. He was the first to say that sound does not propagate in the hair empathy, and from it we know We
Boyle
continue
married
with Isaac Newton in the year 1642 to 1727 mainly. There are the principles of movements and the 40th law of universal gravitation, and this time the significant revolution was finished. We find Daniel Fahrenheit from the year 1686 to 1736. Daniel invented a micrometer to measure the humidity of the air and an aerometer to determine the density of the air, and built the Daniel Funk thermometer, in head also known as when we are measuring the temperature degrees Fahrenheit. We continue with Charles Austin de Coulomb, who is well known for the law of attraction of electric charges. It is also of the field of electronics, electrostatics, and magnetism the, that they also invented the torsion balance weight which he measured the force between electric charges. We continue with Anders Celsius from 1701 to 1744. He invented the thermometer degrees centigrade Charles to degree centigrade. He created the decimal centering scale that went from 0 to 100 degrees and invented We
the
continue with
mercury.
Alexander Waltz 1745 to 1827. He was the creator of the first electric battery, and his work was very important for the history of science. Science for the first time established flow of electricity has been archived. We continue with John Dalton (1766 to 1844). The work wide the atoms and thus gave rise the atomic theory. He also devised the first system for the elements and published a table of atomic weights of 21 elements. And our timeline ends with William Hamilton of the year 1805 to 1865. Like on the road with the Hamilton no longer theory of Khalid and Hamilton, and also William Hamilton determines a theory of a unique function known as Jacob Hamilton formulation and uniting mechanics, optics, and mathematics. With this, it will be all. Thank you very much. I hope you liked it.